To episode 1 of the Slinkstitute presents. I'm Eric Aldez, Slinky Redfoot. Thanks for joining us. If you're here live, I appreciate it. If you're watching at a later or listening to at a later date, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. It is our very first official episode, and when I thought about what I'm going to do for my first episode, I had a very short list of people I wanted to have on the first episode, and it was about one people long. And my guest today is comedian, writer, actor, podcast host, J Chris Newberg. Thanks for coming to the show, J Chris Newberg.
Whoa, what are the odds you got the person that you wanted to get on your list?
I know. Well, we're still shooting for Spielberg. Yeah, I got Grace working on that. She's still trying to contact his people. So yeah, thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it. We did a couple of your shows together, and you were kind of one of the guys that said, hey, you know what? You'd be pretty good at this, man. So I appreciate that.
And here we are.
Here we are.
You can feel the magic.
Absolutely. And I have my Detroit shirt on for J Chris Newberg, because you are known for wearing Detroit stuff when you when you perform. So I thought
always.
Absolutely. Yeah. Chris and I met back in the 90s. We were both in bands. We were both in Van Halen. I did the Triangle. What were you playing back then?
I was the tour bus for the day crew.
Sure. Right. Exactly. I appreciate. You know what? It's a lot of moving parts to make that. It is to make that kind of stuff happen. I was hoping to get up to Smoke Machine, but it never materialized.
Exactly.
Yeah. Aim high, though. Aim high. Now let's get into it. Tons of crazy stuff went on this week in this world, and I would like to talk about none of it.
Okay.
None of it.
Great segment.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we do over at the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry page, is like not anything all that important.
Okay.
So that's kind of our gig. So I want to talk about you, though. You are a really successful comic, and by successful, I mean you've done everything from performing in people's living rooms and backyards to national TV, Tonight Show, America's Got Talent. Like you must love what you do to be able to go across that grand scheme of things. I mean, is that a good way to say it? Like, I just love performing.
Yeah, I mean, I miss it. I miss it quite a bit,
Sure.
which is why I've been lately just going live on just playing guitar to anyone who wants to listen. Mm-hmm. But I love it. It's wonderful. It's just gone at the moment. I don't know when it's coming back.
Yeah, no, man, I hear you. I'm slightly in the same position. I mean, as a bartender, I'm almost in the entertainment industry,
right?
Although I'm also a professional enabler or social lubrication expert, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Are your favorite gigs the big ones or the little ones, or it doesn't matter, or is it all the same to you, man? Is it just the material? I got it. This is what I'm doing.
I don't know, man. Because there's so many different strange bullshit poetic answers that you read, in interviews, and then you see, if you look at the movie Almost Famous, you've got the lead singer, you go, tell him I look for the one guy in the audience who isn't getting off, and I try to get that guy off.
Right, yeah.
Long gone are the days of me thinking that.
Sure.
And that's definitely like a 20s or 30s thing probably, but I just do it because I want to. And it's like, if you ever want to see pure joy as far as entertainment is concerned, every once in a while, Mike Ridley will pop on Facebook and he'll just say tip jar. And it's just him, how he used to play colleges and Fort Greene Fields. And he'll just be doing covers for 90 minutes. And he's just having the best time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy figured it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's that whole, if you do what you love, you'll drive yourself into the ground loving it, I guess. Is that how it goes? Something like that?
I suppose. I mean, yeah.
I mean, and I know you're a student of comedy. There's some people I like to listen talk about comedy as a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And So I got a couple questions about this because I've known a couple of people who have become comedians, but I knew them before they were comedians. And I know some people who know people who became comedians. And I'm going to say, maybe this is just my short spot in the world, that 70% of those people say like, yeah, I knew him in high school. He wasn't really that funny. I mean, he had a good sense of humor or whatever, but he wasn't class clown or whatever. And I go like, you think that class clown, Mr. Wacky, lampshade on the head guy is going to become the comedian. And I've found, at least in my very short scope, I mean, the business more than me and more of the people, but do you have to be funny to be a comic or a comedian? I mean, because I've been told that you really don't. You just have to be good or a student of it, or more of the sociology thing.
Oh, that's
I know that's a big question. I know.
I think you absolutely have to be good at comedy. I think you can get better at it, but you have to kind of understand where it's coming from, what your place in it is. I mean, like, if you're just a joke writer and you don't and it's not personal, then you're a joke writer and you don't necessarily, I guess, I mean, you can be a joke writer and not be funny. There's a ton of people who write jokes that aren't funny.
Sure.
But comedy's subjective. So there's always going to be some person who thinks it's funny. And,
right.
I mean, I don't know the answer to it other than I know how much work I put into it and I know how hard it is to do correctly. And
Sure.
I can't really, I see people who are wickedly more successful than that I sure think that I'm as good as. But
yeah,
there's a difference between going online and performing to 3 million people per an episode and 3. I mean, it's like, who's having fun? Obviously
sure.
the 3 million person, but you got to just do what you got to do. Because if you ever try to chase, like, there's a great Don Rickles quote.
I love it.
That was in his book, and it was so good. It was when you first take the stage, the audience is divided into thirds. 1/3 will hate you immediately. 1/3 will love you unconditionally, and the other third is completely indifferent and does not care. If you go after the people who hate you or the people who are indifferent, you'll lose 100% of the audience. And I've always thought that's a great way to do it. So I guess just be yourself, be what you do, bring what you bring to the table, do your best, and the people who connect with it are going to connect, and the people who don't are going to be like, you're dumb.
Sure, exactly. And branching off this, and I find this part of comedy fascinating, the you're dumb people, hecklers. Now, I've seen you live a few times, and you do a lot of crowd interaction. When somebody yells something out to you, you engage them. Yeah, no, what did you say? What do you mean? And then I've seen other comedians just try to roll past it. But then you see these guys who have the hecklers, and they craft gotta be impromptu, at least to some point, thing where they can make the person that is heckling them angry, but make everyone else around them laugh. And to me, I find that fascinating. I have to insult you or like defend myself from you, right? But at the same time, not come off like a dick and still make everybody laugh. And the heckling thing has just always been like sometimes I get caught in a rabbit hole on YouTube just watching people deal with hecklers in different ways. And some people just, yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I don't come to your job, whatever. And then some take whatever has been said and twist it around and make it into almost, from what I assume, is an impromptu bit. Have you had to deal with hecklers in a big way, or not that much? Or
I mean, not really. I mean, I'm not afraid of those motherfuckers. It's
sure.
like it's just you're given an opportunity to defuse a bomb, and you can throw yourself on it, or you can just let it explode and kill a million people, or you can defuse it. And I always try to diffuse to the best of my ability. And Sometimes, I mean, it's rarely, I can think of maybe 2 times in the history of me performing that I've been unsuccessful. One time was I was in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio at a club called Hilarities. And my intro music was Old Dirty Bastards, Baby, I Got Your Money.
Excellent.
And I didn't know how rednecky and racist the crowd was that particular evening, and they fucking hated me. Oh my god! Just like from that song, I was they're like, "You stupid motherfucker!" Like, I'm like, oh man. So it was that, and it was like the exact same show, and I was just like, I kind of got him back, and when I say kinda, I mean I kind of got him back, and there was this beautiful woman sitting in the front row with her boyfriend or husband or fiance. She had this gorgeous smile. It was illuminating. And I was like, and I wanted to say, look at you and your big, beautiful smile. That's what I wanted to say.
Sure. That was in the head right there.
Yeah. And I was like, look at you and your big teeth. And it was like, it was as if all the work I'd done
just went away.
It went away. And, yeah, but I don't care. I mean, like I've definitely like I don't encourage people to say something, and I'm not like one of those people like comedian owns heckler.
Sure.
It's just some loud drunk person who says something that they forget they're in public, and you just have to quiet them down.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, it's one of those things where you see different people, different comics address it different ways. Like I think I saw who's the guy who played who was on Arrested Development, who was blue. Really funny comic. The glasses, with the Tom and Dave show or something. I don't know. Anyway, I saw him like get heckled in like Boston, and he just screamed at people. It wasn't funny. It wasn't Mr. Show with
I know you're thinking about the bald dude who was an actor.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, he was doing a stand-up thing, and
David Cross,
and somebody started, busting his balls, and he just like lost his. Somebody said David Cross. Somebody typed it in. Thank you, Facebook user. Still have to figure out how to get names on this thing. I don't know.
Yeah. You're gonna have them say their name.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's always gonna say Facebook user.
Once in a while, it does not.
Okay, rock and roll. All right. Yeah, but he just like went off and just like, you know what I hate about this town? And just like, I'm like, I don't know, is that the right move, man? But hey, right. I guess everybody's got their thing. All right, enough about you. Let's talk about something super important. I have a question for you.
Okay.
J Chris Newberg.
Yep.
Are most foods better in ball form?
I think so. I mean, or on a stick. It's just like, or just in a container. Like if there's like a meat cup, I think that would be like if you just serve like meat as a cup. I think it would.
Yeah, like in The Jerk, it was a cup of pizza. I think it was, right?
Pizza in a cup.
Pizza in a cup. Yeah,
they're the best pizza in a cup in the whole fair.
Yeah, right.
Wait, someone said something. Oh, Charles Goddard says.
Charlotte. Yeah,
Charlotte Goddard. I apologize. Such
a
large percentage of hecklers are just saying for their 15 seconds of fame, it's impressive if a comedian can turn it back on them. It doesn't make or break the show, Charlie. Yeah, I agree. You just have to. I mean, like you really can't look like an asshole. That's the key component. You can't just be like, "Oh yeah, talking my thing. This is what I hate about that town." I have lost my shit one time. I was on stage at Meadowbrook, and then we can talk about meat in a cup. I was on stage at Meadowbrook, and I was opening up for Carrot Top, and it was sold out, and I was instructed to not swear. And I said, okay, no problem. And I go on, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I can't. It was my first like shed show with just my guitar, so there was a lot of people, and I was figuring timing out and everything.
Right.
And I get to the end, and I'm like, all right, well, this is my last song. Thank you guys so much. And this guy goes, you suck. And I don't think anyone heard him but me.
Right.
So I just went off on this guy for like 2 minutes. I was just like, 7,000 of you have been amazing. One of you's been a fuck face. That guy. And it was just like, and I got off stage and I literally was banned from Meadowbrook for life.
Wow, banned from Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. It's not that great of a, the acoustics, at least back when I saw the and the Cranberries, it wasn't that great. It's,
Yeah, it is what it is. But it's like that taught me to never do that again.
Yeah.
So you're talking about meat.
Right. Yeah. So meatballs, because you gave me I don't want to hyperbole, an emergency phone call about meatballs on what was it, New Year's Eve or for New Year's Eve?
Christmas.
For Christmas Eve. Okay, that's what it was. How did those meatballs turn out?
I think they turned out great.
Okay.
Here's the only minus of that meatball situation, though, because it was during the day and there was sports on. So I decided to get one of those trays at the grocery store with the cheese and the summer sausage and the crackers.
Sure.
And I had one little tiny bag of the summer sausage, and I've never been sicker in my entire life. I got food poisoning. So I didn't really get a chance to experience the meatballs for like 2 days after. But by that time, they were perfect.
Here's your problem, man. You ate the summer sausage in December.
Yeah, you're the second person to say that.
It's out of season, man. It's out of season.
It was out of sight. It just fucked me up.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, summer sausage, you're pretty good from like May to September, and then afterwards, figure it out.
Yeah.
We Grace, can we get the meatballs in for the show? The bit where I show the Eric's balls on the. 1 second, Crit. Grace, what do you mean the oven? It was part of the. All right, so we don't have there was going to be a bit where I brought out balls, but evidently there was a problem with Grace not turning on the oven. All you had to, we did a test run. All right, I guess we're going to have to end that. Grace, don't just make yourself a martini or something, hon. Don't worry about it. I love you, babe. We'll talk about this later. Anyway, so I guess I was going to have a good finish with the ball thing, with the ball bit, and have the balls come up, but
Grace was under pressure?
Well, Grace under pressure. Evidently something wrong with the stove and not turning it on. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to steal a little bit from you. I don't, the quiz, which I love on your podcast. Heroin has a great publicist. And you hit me with a couple of great quizzes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5. And what we're going to do is finish the lyric. So I'm going to read you a lyric. And then you have to finish it with the correct next line or phrase, however it may be.
All right, I'm ready.
And if you are stumped and you need a hint, I will I'll sing the lyric to you, and hopefully the melody helps you out.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like for example, if I said, "There's a lady who knows all that glitters is gold,"
and she works on 7 Mile in Southfield at a jewelry store.
Correct. So, but if I had to sing it, then I would go, "There's a lady who knows," then I would do it that way.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on the same page. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So question number 1, or lyric number 1, we don't even have pictures, just memories to hold that grow sweeter each season as we slowly grow old.
I know the band. And that's Toad the Wet Sprocket. And wait, hold on. Side of the ocean. I think, didn't you just end the song?
Well, yeah, but there's a radio edit that has
Walk on the Ocean.
Yeah, Walk on the Ocean. All right, nicely done. All right, that is correct. 1 for 1. Let me get my pen out.
Okay.
1. All right, next one. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give us any rule, we'll break it.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We're going to make our dreams come true.
Doing it our way. Excellent. That's 2. All right. Got it. All right. Number 3. What walks downstairs, alone or in pairs, and makes a slinkity sound. A spring, a marvelous thing.
Everyone knows it's Slinky.
Nice. That was a little plug for me.
Yeah, I figured that.
All right, number 4. You're 3 for 3 so far.
Okay.
Every time I touch you, you get hot. I want to make love. You never stop. Come up for air. You pull me to the floor. What's been going on in that head of yours?
Oh, Unskinny Bop.
Yes, just blows me away. Oh my God, can he do all 5? All right, number 5. Toughest one.
Okay.
Here we go. I want all my shit back.
Oh, that's not fair. That's cheating.
I know, but I love that. So what's the next line?
I want all my shit back. Except for the Cedar Point keychain with our picture in it, you can keep that.
Exactly. And I love that. And it's very specific to where we live because everybody had the little, you look through the thing and you see the little picture that take you to the beginning of Cedar Point. Those of us from Michigan, Ohio, that area. Chris wrote a very funny song. Had to have been, 10 years ago?
Longer.
Really? I think it was called The Ultimate Breakup Song. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Available on iTunes.
Grace, do we have the clip? Roll the clip, honey. The clip of the song. Ultimate Breakup Song. No. If we needed a different cable, you just... All right, so we don't have... You guys can find that on YouTube and on iTunes. That's J Chris Newberg, The Ultimate Breakup Song. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
But no, a very funny song and one of your first. I remember hearing it. I think you may have played it on Drew and Mike back in the day on an interview, or maybe that was the one where it was the Stalker song. I don't know, either one. That was just a funny song. And I threw that in there because I didn't think that you would get Unskinny Bop. So I thought at least that way I'd give you a mulligan, but you got Unskinny Bop. So cheers, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Mm-hmm. No, that's cool. There was a question that came up on the when I advertised the show. If you have any questions for J Chris Newberg, shoot them to me. One of them
was the first question. Who is J Chris Newberg?
No, that was not, that was like the third one. J Chris Newberg, can you feel in real time?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I choose to not use and take activity or like power over my ability. And sometimes I choose like to feel days later.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because you know how like some people on Instagram do like photo dumps?
So is that like a lot of photos at once?
Yeah. I do like a field dump.
Explain?
I just like wait for the proper moment and then I just feel everything.
I thought you said field dump.
No, field dump.
Okay, I'm like that sounds like.
Yeah, I just.
Are we
shit in the woods? Is what I like to do.
Are we camping? What's going on here?
That's what I like to do.
All right, cool. Gotcha. All right, so at the end of our show here, what we like to do, because we're about on the time that I thought we would be, since this was inspired by the Facebook page Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. I'm going to ask you about each one of those things. So, Chris, what have you eaten or wanted to eat lately that was super awesome? Talk about food for a couple seconds, or a dish, or a restaurant, or something while I smoke this cigar.
All right. I really like breakfast, but I don't eat it very often because it's just like doesn't sit well. So today I had eggs, and I scrambled them. And I put some Tabasco in there and some onions and cheese. And then I toasted some bread, but then I grilled it on the other side and melted the cheese under the eggs. And then I put the eggs on top of the one piece of bread. And then I had water with it because I am dangerous.
Water, huh?
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
This is a family show, man.
I can tell.
I'm going to need you to dial it back for the next episode. All right. What are you drinking lately?
I drink the same things only, and that's Miller Lite, tequila, and water.
Not all at the same time.
I don't think so. But you've never. It's rare that I consume anything else.
So you're not a craft beer guy. You're not like IPAs and
I got
stouts.
no, I don't like the heaviness of them,
Okay.
and I get annoyed at the annoying name. Like I can't drink a beer that it's like Kevin's left ear. You
Okay.
know?
Right. Hey, Grace, grab me one of those beers from the fridge.
Yeah, the Kevin's left ear. Those are hot.
It's close. It's a new one. Yeah, give it. This is called Four Giants IPA. It's got Four Giants on it. I don't know the story on it, but yeah, I hear you with the name Four Giants IPA.
Yeah, I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to just like, oh, where'd this come from?
Sure, I understand.
I'm
Well,
like,
you know what? If you can find it out there, you should drink Stroh's because it's a Detroit.
I like Stroh's.
Can you get it out there in California?
No.
Yeah, no. There's been a reissue of Stroh's. Like a company bought Stroh's and is starting to make it by the old school way that they used to make it. Spectacular. Maybe I'll try to send you some.
That'd be great.
All right. What are you listening to? Anything new musically that you're digging?
I say this with confidence and happiness. My friend Steve Taylor, he's got a band called the Steve Taylor 3. They're a Michigan group, and they play out when you can play out.
Sure.
And his most recent record, I don't know what it was called, but it's great. It's like, and I was in a band with this kid, and I was like, why wouldn't you have written these songs when we were together? You dick. Like they're so good.
What's the genre? I mean, is it?
It's every band you've ever wanted to be in done better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's just it is what it is, but it's great, and it's like all of his songs are catchy, and he's such a great instrumentalist, and it's wonderful. So Steve Taylor 3.
Steve Taylor 3. Making a note. Grace, write that down, honey. Thank you. Steve Taylor 3.
Mm-hmm.
You could the number or the word is whatever. I'm sure we'll. Okay. And what are you watching? Movies, TV? Catching up on anything? What's going on?
First off, have you seen Wayne on Amazon?
I have not. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tonight, if you have Amazon, or the next time you have themed whatever, you'll binge the whole thing. You'll love it. It's like this young high school Clint Eastwood type kid whose dad dies, and so he goes on a pilgrimage to Florida from Boston with his high school girlfriend to retain his father's Trans Am that his mother, when she left, took.
This sounds great.
It's fucking awesome. And
Wayne. Okay.
Wayne on Amazon is great. Your Honor is spectacular. I mean,
I've heard that's great. Yeah, I love Cranston anyway, and I heard it was a pretty good show. Did you finish up on Cobra Kai season 3 yet?
I have the last episode left.
Okay.
You know, and I hear that maybe there's 2 episodes because I heard that Elizabeth Shue was on 2 episodes, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, so then you got 2 to go. Yeah, so she comes back. She looks great.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she looks great. She's.
I hated her in the first one, but like we get along now.
Good. I mean, hey, it's bygones be bygones.
She set him up. She set up Macchio.
Kinda. And then, you know what? And then I kind of lost more respect for her because I had a little bit of a crush on her. And then I lost a little bit more respect for her when I found out that dude on Melrose Place was her brother. I didn't like that. Yeah, I did not like that guy at all.
Let me tell you why her and why Jenny from Forrest Gump are men haters and make it only about them. Let me explain this to you.
Yeah, hit me.
It's important for you to know. So Allie starts off knowing full well that her motorcycle fucking boyfriend dude is karate guy, and he shows up with 8 of his friends. So she's like, yeah, you know what? Why don't you defend me and get your ass kicked in a new scenario? Then she just leaves him after he got his ass kicked. Then in high school, her friends are all like, you're a fucking loser. I don't know what she sees in you. Maybe she could have taken 5 seconds and been like, hey, Becky, get off Daniel. He's great. I like him.
Yeah, he tried to save my radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a decent boombox. It looked like a Sony.
And then when she was practicing cheerleading, she wasn't even paying attention to the routine. She could have fucked the routine up for the school. Someone on the pyramid could have died.
That's not fair. That's not fair to the rest of the team.
It's not. And so then she goes on a date with Daniel, and she puts him through the humiliation of making him in that green station wagon meet their dad, who is like the ultimate gun-toting human hater. And he's all like, yeah, what's up? That's me. I'm the king. And then all of a sudden she gets him. Then she brings him she gets him beat up a bunch. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm with you, man. She has, I guess, in the story arc of the movie, she comes back to him at the end and cheers for him when he does the clearly illegal crane kick. Because remember, you can't hit anybody in the face; it doesn't count for a point.
Right.
But he hits Johnny squarely in the face, and he still won. But she cheers him on. So I guess they're. But then again, in Karate Kid 2, she's written off. Allie broke up with me, and she crashed the car, and I never want to see her again. Let's go to Okinawa because Asian chicks. It's a whole other genre.
But the car that she crashed is still in Miyagi's fucking garage in his lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He still has it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Allie. Don't even get me started on Jenny.
Yeah, no, Jenny's. I could do a whole episode on Jenny. I could really do a whole episode.
We should do an episode on Jenny. Fuck her. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do a Jenny episode. I'll wear my Jenny T-shirt, and we'll go because I have one. All right, let's see, man. I think we did a pretty good first show. What do you think?
Good for you, man. I think that you're going to do very well with this. You're natural. You've got a good voice. You know what you're talking about stuff, and you've got people who enjoy hearing what you have to say.
It seems like, and people seem to like Grace on the chat. So we'll see if we can get her on camera one of these days. Thank you, J Chris Newberg. Where can folks find you? Where are we looking for you?
You can find me all over social media at the Chris Army, or I have a podcast. Heroin has a great publicist, which is everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's also super funny. Lots of varieties of folks on there. Yeah, there it is. There's the thing, and there's people as cool as screenwriters, comics, actors, and people as funny as me on there. So yeah, definitely check that out. Like to thank J Chris Newberg, Grace, of course. Next week we got Jonathan Danger Cole. We're going to be talking exclusively about Detroit style pizza and RoboCop. So join us in, check us out on all the little social media stuff. You can find us at the Slinkstitute. Thanks for making this very first episode a success. We will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.